Hi guys, it's Teresa. Welcome back to my channel. So as the year 2017 is closing out, I think a lot of people are starting to do these sort of wrap-up videos and looking back on their reading year. And I thought I would start off the series on my channel with a little bit of a recap video, just talking about how my reading and my booktubing year has gone and looking back on some of my favorite videos that I did this year. I will be focusing on my kind of year on YouTube as a booktuber and not so much on my reading. I will do all that stuff in videos to come, so stay tuned for that. But overall, I'm really happy with this year on booktube. I started off the year kind of uploading quite sporadically still, and I kind of just like starting to get back into reading more. And then ever since I think about March, I managed to stick for the most part to a very like tight uploading schedule, uploading at first every once a week and then like twice a week, now every Tuesday and Friday, and I've really been enjoying that sort of routine and that like just those landmarks for me in the week are now Tuesday and Friday, where I know by that time I have to have filmed the video and upload it and edited it and all that stuff, which is really nice. And this has become so ingrained in me now that when I couldn't upload for like 2 weeks on Fridays, it just felt really weird to me, and I didn't like it. Like the time between videos seemed so long and I felt so unproductive, and like I had so many things I wanted to talk about and like film videos on and I couldn't, and I don't know, I just like it doesn't feel too much of a pressure to me. It just feels like a nice part of my routine, of my weekly routine now, and I really like that, and I really hope that I'll be able to keep that up in 2018 as well. Another kind of change that happened more in my reading now is that I started reading a lot more adult fiction and also a lot more nonfiction in general, and I really enjoyed those changes as well. I still was reading a bit more YA towards the beginning of the year, even though it had been dwindling over time anyway. My eyes have been opened by all this adult fiction that's out there, and it's basically like a treasure trove that's never ending. Like there's so much adult fiction that is very good. There's also a ton of bad stuff, obviously, but like a lot of it is really good, and just this ability and opportunity to like go out and find something new, like that's awesome and amazing. It's just if you only read YA, I mean you can, but I will tell you, you're limiting yourself immensely, and I'm really glad that I moved past that limitation for myself now. So I just counted, or tried to count, I hope I didn't make any mistakes, but I uploaded 91 videos this year. I think that's really great because I think that's the most I've ever uploaded in a single year, which is obviously due to my strict schedule. Calling it strict, but it's not really pressure. It's just like, it's nice to have that routine element to it. And I have a few that I really enjoyed, and I just like quickly want to go through them and talk about them, what the videos meant to me. So the very first one, actually two, I'm already like breaking the rule. My booktube pet peeves videos, I've uploaded those in the past few months, and they've been getting a lot of views and a lot of negative feedback, but also a ton of positive feedback, and I really just enjoy doing those types of videos. I enjoy doing rant videos in general, but I think it's also just important to address some issues that you have with the community itself, or with the sort of attitudes some people have towards reading or towards an aspect of reading. And yeah, I don't know, I just like putting my opinion out there. I am very opinionated, and I never mean to offend anyone, and I am very happy for other people to have differing opinions. I like that a lot, because that's what diversity actually really means, is to have people with different opinions, and that should be an environment that should be, you know, encouraged instead of repressed. So yeah, I like putting my opinion out there and seeing what you guys think, and I think it's clear that you guys enjoy it too, based on all the comments I get on those videos. Those have like the most comments ever, and also a lot of views, and I don't know, I just enjoy them. Not just because of the views, but just like in general, I enjoy doing them. And I'm glad you guys enjoy them too. The second little highlight I wanted to mention were my spookathon vlogs. It's again not just one video, but my spookathon vlogs. I really enjoyed doing those. It was a really fun experience to daily vlog, because before that it only daily vlogged, Vlogmas. last year, I think, and then another year before that or something. I did it twice, but or 2 years before that, yeah. And I don't know, I just really like this mixture of getting to talk about my daily life and also about the books I'm reading as I'm reading them and kind of immediately reacting to them. I know that some YouTubers are doing sort of reading vlogs instead of their wrap-ups every month, which I really enjoy watching, but I feel like they would put me under too much stress to be like constantly having to talk to the camera throughout the month. I like to have like times to get myself ready and like sit down and talk about something, and I just can't imagine doing that for like throughout the month. Every time I finish a book, I would feel the need to immediately pull out the camera, like no matter how shit I look at the time. I just feel like for me personally, I like the wrap-up format better, but I really did enjoy that during this bookathon because it's just like such a short period of time and it's just kind of fun to do. The next video is definitely one of my favorites from this year, and that is my Iceland travel diary. I obviously didn't edit it myself because my boyfriend was lovely enough to do it. He's much better at it. I could not have done it in such a way, but I really love rewatching it. It literally just has like the best moments of that 1.5 weeks in it, and I just love it. It's so well done, and I just love rewatching it all the time. Another video that I love doing and would love to do like a part two was the worst book translations of English. Wait, what's it called? Worst translations of popular book titles. The inspiration came from me seeing a lot of translated book titles into German in the bookstores here in Austria, obviously, and especially the way ones were terrible at times and had nothing to do with the original title, and I kind of made a game out of it and asked you guys to kind of guess which the book is referring to, or like which is the corresponding book to the title, like the English title to the German title. And so many of you did very well and many of you didn't, which I thought was really funny. And when I filmed the video, I wasn't sure if those were difficult or easy to guess, but I like that they kind of hit the middle ground. So yeah, I really enjoyed doing that. And if I need to just like take some time and like go into a bookstore and like write down all the weird titles I see, or like go on Amazon and go through all them so that I can do the part 2, because I think that would be really funny. Let me know if you want a part 2. Another video I loved was my reading journey that I uploaded. For this video, I got to go through some childhood favorites and talk about some books that meant a lot to me as a child, which I obviously don't really get to talk about, but it's still kind of lovely to get to share what certain books meant to you like all those years ago and how they got you into reading. And so yeah, this video was just really special to me to kind of have like a highlight reel of all my favorite books throughout my life. Oh, another lovely one was my first sentence challenge video with my little sister. It was so hilarious. I did so poorly, and you guys rightfully told me so in the comments. You were like, oh my god, you suck. Which I did. I really was very bad at it. But it was still very fun, and I love doing it with my sister, and she keeps telling me she wants to do a part 2, so we definitely have to do that. But I feel like I would need to cheat probably and quickly like look through all of my books so that I at least have some chance of like getting it right. I'm just like, I have the worst memory, and like especially for such particulars as like first lines, first sentences, it's like I can't do it. And then we have another rant that I really enjoyed, which was for the book The Watcher by Charlotte Link. I talked for like 20 minutes about why I hated this book so much. I don't always like go back and watch videos of myself and I'm pleased with them, because usually, especially if it's like a passionate review, my sentences will be really jumbled, and I really will have like fragmented sentences, and even in the editing process that is already really annoying, and it's so unsatisfying, because then I feel like, oh, now I know what I should have said, but like in the moment I didn't think to say it because there was just so much passion. And I didn't feel like that with this video. I thought I had my sentences put together nicely and they flowed really nicely, and like everything. I just like was very pleased with myself with that video. And also some of my friends had seen the video and they had a blast with it. They kept telling me that it was so hilarious and that they really loved it, and especially the moment where I went like, I can't do that, it's not my copy or something. I don't know. They were just like, they were having a blast with it, and that just made me really happy as well. So for that reason, it's one of my favorite videos ever. And finally, another one that isn't really booktube related, but I think the very first video I uploaded this year was an Ireland memories video, where I went through a bunch of like my old memory boxes and whatnot and picked out some stuff that I had kept from my Ireland exchange year and like reviewed it and talked about it and kind of recapped some of my memories from that. And it's now been, I think, oh my god, 7 years, holy shit, since I was in Ireland. And it was a wonderful year for me. It was also a difficult year at times, but it still had such a huge impact on me because it was the first time that I'd ever been by myself, ever been abroad for such an extended period of time, and it just made me grow up so much and helped me mature so much. And I really, really, really appreciate all the experiences I made during that year, and just looking back at the memories was really fun. I really like that. Obviously those were just a few of my highlights from this year. I'm really happy with like 99% of the videos I did. Again, sometimes I don't feel very happy with the video afterwards, but I don't have time enough to like refilm it, or like I don't care enough to refilm it, let's be honest. Sometimes I'm just like not happy with the video, as I mentioned earlier, when I'm like talking in fragmented sentences and I don't have a clear like point to get across, or like I make mistakes. That's another thing I really sometimes like I really need to work on, is to maybe take some notes beforehand, or like maybe structure the video a little bit better, or something like that. I don't want to ever fully script the video, but like just a little bit more so that it's not quite as all over the place as some of my videos have been. I don't know if you guys mind when they're that way. I never really get any comments on it, but I do personally like just not feel quite as happy with it afterwards, and I really wish that that's something that I could change, and I really do want to work on that especially. So there we have also a little bit of an outlook on 2018, I guess. Some of my goals, my personal goals. I don't really have any reading goals or anything, but I do want to just sort of work on that, work on making just my channel better every time, and that's all I want to do. I really enjoy making videos. I hope 2018 is going to be a video-filled year. I hope you guys stick around for it, and thank you so much for watching this video. I will link all of the videos that I talked about today in the description box below, so you can go and check out whichever one you want, and I will see you very soon for more 2017 recap videos. Have a lovely week. Bye!